What's up guys, NepentheZ here and welcome to the false 9-wing squad building challenge. Now, unfortunately today's video is not live, this is post-commed, and the reason why this is post-commed is because I had to update my PC, and updating it basically didn't plug the microphone back in to my recording software, so I've just had to manually do it. So I just recorded the whole thing live, and then we are back here now doing it not live. Now the false 9 wings, as you can see guys, is there for 2 days, and it rewards you with 2,750 coins. And what you're going to see me doing is building it with the players that I have to hand in the club. Now, the requirements are that you're allowed a maximum of 2 players from one club, a maximum of 3 players from, 3 players from one nation, and a maximum of 4 players from one league. They have to be gold, and you need a required 64 chemistry. Let me explain something to you. Not to necessarily you, but to EA in general. What are you doing with this squad building challenge? Why is this here? I appreciate that EA are doing a good job by putting out squad building challenges and keeping things interesting for us, but this in particular is useless. It's 2,750 coins for trading in 7 gold players, which at discard value, like the worst possible discard value, would be worth 2,100 coins, which means you are giving us at absolute maximum 650 coins bonus. That is if you were to discard them or have them in your club instead of discarding them using them here, or if you were to buy them on the trade market for 300 coins instead of instead of just having them as pre-owned cards. Now, 2 things to talk about, and I thought about this like after recording the video, so it's actually quite interesting that I get to talk post-com about this, because it's going to allow me to explain the situation a little bit as you see me build my team, and we'll run through the cost of my team when we get to it. So 2 things are interesting. Number 1, you need loyalty on these players, right? So for some people, they watch my squad building challenge videos and they're like, hey, like I actually got someone tweet me today. He said, hey Nep, I had the exact same team as you, same players, same formation, obviously same position, etc., but I was short on chemistry. What's the big deal here? And like basically you need chemistry, you need the loyalty chemistry. You can't have managers in squad building challenges, so you need that bonus chemistry from the player, which is loyalty. So how do you attain loyalty? Well, loyalty is attained if you pack the player. Loyalty is also attained after you've played 10 games with the player. I have a video on my channel that explains exactly how to get loyalty in quick time without any loss to yourself or to any opponents. It's called the no loss glitch. You can search for the video to find out about it in more detail. Just go to my channel and type in FIFA 17 no loss glitch. Alternatively, I'll run you through it quickly. Basically, if you go into an offline game, Division 10 offline, a game against the team of the week, get into the game with the players that you need to get loyalty on. Once the game kicks off, dashboard, so press your Xbox button here, or press your PSN button, dashboard. Go down to the game options, pause, like press the options button, it quit the game, start back up. What will happen is you will not have a loss on your record. It's as if the game didn't exist. However, on your player, it counts as a game. So you do that 10 times over, you get 10 games on your players, you get the loyalty bonus for almost no time. You know, it takes you only like, I'd say it takes like 10 to 15 minutes to get loyalty on a player. But in this instance, because you're only getting, if you went and bought all of these players, let's say you went and bought 11 players for 300 coins each, you're looking at, 7 players for 300 coins each, you're looking at 2,100 coins. You then go and get loyalty bonuses on them, is going to put you 15 minutes out, 10 to 15 minutes. In that 10 to 15 minutes, you could easily have played a game that would have earned you more or around the same as the extra coins as if you just didn't go and get the loyalty and didn't do this in the first place and discarded the players. So as I say, it takes me back to the fact that, yes, I am very happy EA are giving us squad building challenges on a near daily basis. Sometimes we get 2 or 3 a day, sometimes we don't get any for 2 or 3 days. But this one here, I don't think they thought it through. The only reason why I think they might have thought this would be a fun one to do is for people like myself on my road to glory, like Nick on his road to glory, and like many of you viewers that follow our patterns on the road to glories, is if you do the bronze upgrade method or use the upgrade squad building challenges, you will have these players as untradeable items. So what I was discussing initially in the video when I recorded it the first time and the video didn't record, is that I'm using that right wing Ibabo as an untradeable player. So he has a 0 value cost to me. I didn't pay for him. I can't discard him, and I can't sell him. So he comes in at a total 0 value, right? So if you have players that are untradeable, and you're like, yeah, I can actually fit an untradeable bunch into here and get myself 2,750 coins for essentially nothing, then you might be seeing a thing in that might be worth it. However, I actually counter that, and I still don't believe that it's worth it, even if you did it with untradeable players. And the reason why I don't believe it's worth that is because I think that they would have a far higher value to you in a different relevant squad building challenge compared to this one. This one doesn't require any effort, it doesn't require any thought process, it doesn't require any specifically expensive players. All it requires is 7 players to get 64 chemistry, and that is your lot. But what would likely happen is, in the future, I would have these players that would be far more beneficial to me in a more rewarding squad building challenge. So if you've only got a handful of players and you're like, oh, you know what, I've got 5 untradeable, I'm going to go and spend 600-700 coins on the final 2. It's cost me 700 coins. I'm going to turn this squad builder challenge in and get 2.7k back. You might be thinking you've cashed in and you made profit, when in actuality you would have been better off using those cards in the future for a different squad building challenge. So I do understand the sentiment behind the squad building challenge. I just think it's ridiculous. Now you can see I ended up adding another untradeable left back into the team. So I've got 5 players in there, and you see as we was going through here, I checked the market prices for them. Every single player you will be able to get on open bid for 300 to 350 coins. This in total cost us about 15 to 1800 coins worth of players, 1500 discard value, about 1800 purchase value, and we're getting 2,700 coins back. So in total, I would have made here about 1,000 coins for my time, for my players, for a couple of untradeables. It's just absolutely not worth it, and I don't know why EA thought that it would be. Maybe they put the wrong thing in and it wasn't supposed to be 2,750, but it was supposed to be 7,250 or 7,500 or 5,000 coins. But the false 9 wings, which has been completed, is not worth completing. And the reason why I'm doing it is because I want to show you guys every single squad building challenge. I missed one a couple of days ago, again because of footage errors. My Elgato just literally didn't record the footage. I've had a few problems with it before, where you press like record, the little red light turns to a different size red light, different color red light to let you know it's recording, but sometimes it just stays on 0000, and if you're not like super vigilant to check that, you won't notice. As we go into some packs, guys, there were a few packs in store. There were some 25k packs. I opted to open them with coins instead of FIFA points, because right now, especially with packs like this is like this pack is 500 FIFA points. There's another 25k pack that's 350 FIFA points. So you're paying 150 FIFA points more for something that is of the same coin value. So if I were ever to open packs with coins, it would likely be these ones. And what I got there was Son, who goes for like 3.5 to 4k. I got 2 all healing cards that go for 2k each. So I already made like 8 or 9k back before you even get into the meat of the pack. And I didn't really make too much back off after that, but it was pretty good. The next pack, we get ourselves Socrates as our like flashy player, a nice size player. And there was actually a whole bunch of players in this pack. You end up getting 7 players out of this pack. Dembele being one of them. Shaman's one to watch card is no longer in packs. Obviously, he only goes for about 1,800 coins. Traore doesn't go for much. The healing card about 2k coins as well. But we send those items to the club, and then we were left with a whole bunch of really good sellable players. So again, we haven't recouped all of our losses from this pack, but it's not the end of the world. We get Butland there, sells for like 3 to 4k, and Kudu sells for like 12 to 1,500 coins, I believe. We get Carroll, who's like 1,000 to 1,200 coins. We get a non-usable Genk player. I think that is the Genk badge anyway. We get Arsene Wenger, who sells for a little bit, not a huge amount, not a considerable amount of coins, but he does sell for at least something, which is better than nothing, of course. The Newcastle badge and the coach. The coach might have sold, actually. I could probably have got rid of him for a few hundred coins more than just discard value, but I was happy to discard him and move on to our third of 5 packs. And in our third of 5 packs, we get no good flair, bad flair, don't care, and our player is Rulli there. Goalkeeper has had a big upgrade in the face of his card stats, but in general, his goalkeeping abilities are still garbage. This pack was actually really, really bad. We didn't get a healing item. We didn't get any sellable players. We didn't get any sellable kits or position modifiers. It was a generally bad pack. So we moved straight on to the next rare gold pack. And once again, it was probably and possibly the worst player that we had. We get ourselves Perrine in there. We get Guardiola, which is decent. Again, the position modifier is not great. We end up getting 3 left backs and 1 centre back in that pack. Kolarov still sells for about 2,000 coins, so a nice little bit of recuperation back from him. But in general, wasn't best impressed with the pack luck. And then for our 5th and final of the 25k packs, we get a nice size flare again. And unfortunately, it was Farman. Now, during the FUT Champions weekend, Farman was a god against me, game after game, and unfortunately in this pack again, just nothing really worth selling. Farman sells for a little bit, about, I think it was like 2,000, 3,000 coins, not crazy amounts by any stretch of the imagination. Hurtado wouldn't sell. Alessandrini, be lucky to get 1,000 coins for him. The Juventus kit, maybe 500 coins, but in general, it was garbage. And as kind of like, as I was ending the video out here, I was explaining how, like, you know, your best value for money is probably a bronze pack. So I opened a bronze pack to show to you guys that you get good value for money out of it. And lo and behold, I got absolutely screwed in it. There was nothing sellable. So I was really left disappointed. But this is where I ended the video and explained that the false 9 wings, guys, is not worth it. Don't do it. Don't waste your coins. Don't waste your players. Do not complete this squad building challenge. Allow people like me to complete it so that you don't have to. It is not worth it. This is going to be the end of the video. Hopefully you enjoyed it. If you did, be sure to leave a like, rating, comment, and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. But for now, guys, I'm out. Peace.